The unsung heroes of the NBA, the top 10 undrafted players. The NBA is a league of superstars. With players like LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant dominating the headlines, it's easy to forget about the other players in the league. Making it in the NBA is tough if you're not one of the top draft picks. And for undrafted players, their journey to the NBA is a long and difficult one. Today, we're going to celebrate the unsung heroes of the NBA, the top 10 undrafted players of all time. These players have overcome incredible odds to make it in the NBA, and many of them are now considered some of the greatest to ever play the game. From Fred VanVleet to Ben Wallace, these players have made a name for themselves and proved that anything is possible with hard work and determination. Number 10. JJ Barea. JJ Barea is one of the most unlikely success stories in the NBA. Undrafted out of college, he has carved out a successful career as a professional basketball player. Despite being just 6 feet tall, he has averaged over 10 points and 4 assists per game over the course of his career. He is also a 2-time NBA champion, having won titles with the Dallas Mavericks in 2011 and the Golden State Warriors in 2015. As a key member of the Dallas championship team, he even earned the nickname The Juice for his energetic play. In many ways, JJ Barea is living proof that anything is possible in the world of professional basketball. Number 9. Jose Calderon. Jose Calderon is a living proof that you don't need to be drafted in order to have a successful NBA career. The Spaniard went undrafted in 2003, but has since carved out a place for himself as one of the league's most reliable point guards. Over the course of his 12-year career, Calderon has averaged 9.5 points and 6.6 assists per game, while shooting an impressive 47.1% from three-point range. He has also been named to the All-Rookie team and the All-Star team, and he won an Olympic gold medal with the Spanish national team in 2008. In many ways, Calderon is the epitome of the underdog story, and he continues to prove that anything is possible if you're willing to work hard enough. Number 8. Avery Johnson. Everyone loves a good underdog story, and Avery Johnson's rags to riches tale is one of the best in NBA history. Johnson went undrafted out of college, but he managed to catch on with the Denver Nuggets and carved out a successful 11-year career in the league. Though he was never an all-star, Johnson was a steady contributor throughout his career, averaging 10 points and 5 assists per game. He also won a championship with the San Antonio Spurs in 1999. In retirement, Johnson has found success as a head coach, leading the Dallas Mavericks to an NBA Finals appearance in 2006. Despite coming from humble beginnings, Avery Johnson has had a remarkable impact on the NBA. Number 7. Brad Miller. Who says you need to be a top draft pick to have a successful NBA career? Certainly not Brad Miller, who has made a name for himself despite being undrafted. An average player during his college days, Miller was not expected to amount to much when he entered the NBA. However, he quickly proved the doubters wrong, averaging over 10 points and 7 rebounds per game during his rookie season. He went on to enjoy a successful career, becoming an all-star and finishing in the top 10 in rebounds per game several times. Not bad for an undrafted player. Number 6. Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet wasn't exactly a highly touted NBA prospect. In fact, he went undrafted in the 2016 NBA draft. However, VanVleet has made the most of his opportunity, becoming an integral part of the Toronto Raptors' run to an NBA championship in 2019. Throughout his career, VanVleet has averaged 10 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds per game. He's also been named to the NBA All-Defensive Second Team on 2 occasions. Not bad for an undrafted player. While VanVleet may not be the biggest or most talented player in the league, he's certainly proved that he belongs in the NBA. Number 5. Udonis Haslem. Udonis Haslem is one of the most accomplished undrafted NBA players of all time. Despite going undrafted in 2002, he's played 17 seasons with the Miami Heat, winning 3 championships and becoming one of the team's all-time leading scorers. He's also a 2-time All-Star and a 5-time NBA All-Defensive Team member. Not bad for a guy who wasn't even supposed to make it in the league. Haslem has always been a bit of an underdog, but he's used that to his advantage. He's worked hard to prove doubters wrong, and it's paid off in a big way. Thanks to his dedication and determination, Udonis Haslem is one of the most successful undrafted players in NBA history. Number 4. Bruce Bowen. Bruce Bowen is one of the most unlikely success stories in the NBA. He went undrafted out of college and spent several years toiling in the minor leagues before finally getting a chance to play in the NBA. Despite his lack of size and athleticism, Bowen carved out a role for himself as a defensive specialist. He became one of the league's top perimeter defenders, helping his teams to numerous playoff appearances. In his 12 seasons in the NBA, Bowen averaged 6.1 points, 2.7 rebounds, and 1.3 assists per game. He was named to the All-Defensive First Team 8 times and won 3 NBA championships. Not bad for an undrafted player. Number 3. John Starks. John Starks had a remarkable career for an undrafted player, averaging over 14 points per game while playing for the New York Knicks. He was known for his dog defense and tenacious attitude, and was named to the NBA All-Defensive Second Team in 1993. Starks also had a knack for big moments, scoring a playoff record 52 points in a game against the Chicago Bulls in 1994. Despite his undrafted success, John Starks carved out a successful career in the NBA and is remembered as one of the league's best players of the 1990s. Number 2. Connie Hawkins. Connie Hawkins had a pretty good basketball career, all things considered. An undrafted player, he averaged over 16 points and 8 rebounds per game over his 14-year NBA career. He was an All-Star 4 times, and he was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 1992. Not bad for a guy who wasn't even drafted. Hawkins faced some adversity early on in his career, as he was banned from the NBA for several years due to his involvement with a point-shaving scandal. However, he eventually made his way back to the league and went on to have a very successful career. So if you're ever feeling down about not being drafted, just remember that Connie Hawkins made it just fine without being drafted into the NBA. Number 1. Ben Wallace. Wallace was undrafted out of college and spent his early years toiling in the minor leagues, but he never gave up on his dream of playing in the NBA. Finally, in 1996, he got his big break when he was signed by the Washington Bullets. From there, he went on to have a stellar career, becoming one of the best defensive players in the league. He was a 4-time NBA All-Star and was named Defensive Player of the Year on 4 occasions. In 2002, he helped lead the Detroit Pistons to an unlikely victory over the mighty Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA Finals. In recognition of his achievements, Wallace was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2016. Not bad for an undrafted player. Wallace's story is proof that anything is possible if you never give up on your dreams. Undrafted players have a lot to prove, and they often work harder than anyone else to make it in the NBA. This list of undrafted players is a testament to their determination and resilience. These players have overcome incredible odds to become some of the best basketball players in history. So who was your favorite? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and get notified for more. Thanks for watching. This is Top Oro, and we're out.